about getting the mass properties volumes of some of the Creo models that we have here and getting them into a table within Excel. To do that, we're actually going to look up the function for get table model, get MP vol, and that is going to require very basic information. So you can actually just run it right off the active model, or you can put in a requirement for a wildcard to get multiple models, or you can also reference a table as an input. It is possible to scale those values as they're being written, and it basically just needs to write out to a table as a result in Excel. So we'll give it the name of the table. So in this case, we're going to call this table vol. Well, it's called vol results. Okay. So we don't have that table created yet. So I'm going to use Nitro-CELL to do this. So we're going to do a table create, and we'll just say vol results is what we're looking for, and it needs to know what tab to write that on. So we're going to put in wow tab. And the reason I'm using the table create here is because it's going to create it if it doesn't exist, and it's going to clear it and then be able to rewrite it if necessary. So if we run this as it is right now, you'll notice that it's created the tab for us, and it's also created that table and written it out in the format that's required for the information we've asked for, which is to get the volume of the parts. So that's the current assembly. If we want to change this over to the PRT files, let's say anything that's in session, we'll run that. And you'll notice that it updates that table with the content for each of those models and their volumes. As another kind of way to do things, we could also reference an input table. So I'm just going to type in item name, and let's just grab like 2 or 3 of these items here, paste their values. I'm going to create a table out of this by doing a Control T, tell it the table has headers. And we just need to give it a name that's easy to remember. So I'm going to put in my table for this. So this is the table where we're going to be reading from. These are the models we want to go get that information for. We want to write the results over here to our vol results table. So my table is the input table that we're going to be using, and I'm just going to put the table TBL prefix on this, colon my table. And when we run this, it should read the content from here and then write that content or write the results of that to the new table over here. So it's pretty easy to use, and you can also tie this into Power Query or pull data from other sources like a CSV file or an enterprise database and tie this into your automations. It's just a really handy function.